Welcome to episode 6 of the debut challenge, this Football Manager 2016 series with a bit of a twist. Those of you that haven't been watching it, maybe go and check out the first 5 episodes, you know what this is all about. But basically I'm in charge of England and I'm not allowed to play players that have played for England previous to the start of Football Manager 2016. And we're coming up to Euro 2016 very soon. We've got 3 friendlies today, the first of which is against Mongolia. But first of all, I'm going to show you the squad that I have chosen to take to the Euros. So this is the squad. You may be a little bit disappointed that I've not taken certain players, and you may be questioning why I've taken certain players. But I'm going to just go through the team and let you know why I have selected them. It's mainly because they've either played well for me during the series so far, or they've had a very good season at their clubs in the Premier League or the Championship, or there's a couple of other instances in here. So the keepers, Tom Heaton, Luke Still, Wes Fotheringham. Wes Fotheringham plays for Rangers. He's had a phenomenal season, average rating wise. 7.58 average rating, which is incredible. I know he's playing maybe at a level which is slightly below other players in the team, you could argue, but that still is an incredible record for any keeper at any level. So he's coming to the Euros. He's got 2 caps for England so far. Luke Still and Tom Heaton have both been capped once. Tom Heaton's actually going to play today. So I didn't really have many other choices for goalkeeper in terms of goalkeepers that have had a good season. In fact, Fotheringham, I think, is the only goalkeeper with an average rating over 6.9 over the entire season. So I've gone for Tom Heaton and Luke Still because they are the next 2 best options and they're solid goalkeepers. We've seen them play. They've both played 1 game so far. So they're in the team. Now, in defence, we've got Joel Ward, Michael Keane, Eric Dyer, Scott Dann, Jake Cooper, Aaron Creswell, Kieran Trippier, Danny Rose and Sam Byram. Lots of choice there. 3 right-backs in Joel Ward, Trippier and Byram. Certain players missed out that have played, but these 3 were the best options to bring, and I couldn't leave one of them out, to be honest. Joel Ward's only played 1 game, but he did get an assist in that game against Wales. And he's had a very good season for Palace. 7.21 average rating in the Premier League is a very good season in the Premier League, as you can imagine. Then I've got Kieran Trippier, who's actually had a pretty good season for Spurs. 7.01 in the league, and I think he's probably one of the best options for me at right back because of his crossing ability and creativity. He's only played, I think he's played 2 games for England so far. And Sam Byram's only got 1 cap, but had a very good season in the Championship. 7.38 average rating. At one point it was up at 7.7. It did drop a bit, but I think he deserves to be in the team. He can also play right wing, so he's got a bit of versatility to him. In fact, all those right backs can play right wing as well if necessary. So left back, Danny Rose and Aaron Creswell sort of speaks for itself. The 2 best players at left back have come. Creswell's had a very good season for West Ham. As you can see there, 7.55 average rating over the entire season, being brilliant. Danny Rose, not so much. 6.76 in the league, 6.88. There are players in the Championship that played better than him, but I think if I was to leave Danny Rose out, then it would be a bit stupid in a way, because he's definitely the second best left back after Creswell to bring along. Charlie Taylor had a good season for Leeds, but it did drop towards the end of the season. It was really close as to whether he'd get in the team. Now, there was a 30-man squad, but I had to reduce it to 23 before these friendlies, which I always find a bit stupid. I wish I could test out all the 30 players during those friendlies. So I had to get rid of some players, unfortunately, before the start of this video. So Michael Keane, Dyer, Dan and Jake Cooper at centre-backs. I think Scott Dann and Dyer and Keane speaks for themselves. They've had very good games for me in an England shirt. Scott Dann's only played 2 games so far, but it's probably going to be him and Dyer at centre-back. Jake Cooper is basically the best centre-back this season in terms of average rating. He's not played a single game for England. I've not called him up at all. So you're probably wondering why the hell I've called him up and not played or brought other players that have earned England caps. But his average rating for Reading has been phenomenal. 7.39 in the Championship, 7.41 overall. He certainly deserves a chance. He's played a couple games for the England under-21s as well. And it's a bit of a wild card. He's going to be back up. But I think just because of his phenomenal season for Reading, he deserves to come. So moving into midfield, we've got Jordan Ibe, Noble, Westwood, Dele Alli, Alex Pritchard, Tom Ince, Antonio and Ward Prowse. Now Ward-Prowse deserves to come. He's had a fantastic season for Southampton. And he's going to be playing in a more withdrawn role for for England now in the Euros because I've changed the formation slightly. Antonio's been very good for West Ham. His average rating's not the best, but he's scored 11 goals and he played very well, especially in his first 2 caps for England. So I think he deserves to come. He's got pace, he's got power, and I don't have a huge amount of choice in the winger positions, if I'm honest. So I thought he deserved to come. Same with Jordan Ives. Not had the best season for Liverpool, but he scored 2 goals in 4 games for England so far. He deserves to come because of his international record so far. Mark Noble, captain, had to come. Very good season for West Ham in the Premier League. 11 assists, 4 goals, 7.06 average rating overall. Good season, good solid season. And has probably been the best player overall for England in the series so far. Ashley Westwood. Now this may be a bit of a shock, but he has been brilliant for Aston Villa this season. 10 assists. I think he was in the top 5 assists in the league this season. And he's experienced. He's 26 now, so I think a useful player to bring along to the team. Dele Alli hasn't played much for Tottenham, but played very well in the last game for England. He deserves to be in the team for that reason. Alex Pritchard's hardly played for Spurs this season. This is my wildcard option. I needed a player that could play right wing, perhaps attacking midfielder as well, or left wing. And a lot of people in the comment section have asked about him, said he needs to come. You need to give him a chance. And I haven't given him a chance before the Euros, but he is my wild card in the Euros. Let's see what he can do. He'll be off on the bench. He's going to be playing today, but probably coming off the bench. Who else is there? I think that's everyone that I've mentioned. So not a huge amount of choice in midfield, but there are players that can play midfield if necessary, like Eric Dyer, players that can play right or left midfield as well. So the 3 strikers, I'm going to bring in 3 rather than 4. Callum Wilson, who was second top scorer in the Premier League with 20 goals. Troy Deeney, who is my top scorer in terms of strikers so far in this series. No player scored more than 2 goals, by the way. And Danny Ings, who is the striker in the Premier League who's got the best average rating out of any player. In terms of overall, 7.1 throughout the entire season. At 14 goals in all competitions, hasn't had the greatest record, but is the best striker available to me on paper in terms of attributes. He is the best one available, so he's come. He's only played 2 games for England so far, but Callum Wilson had to come because of his goal scoring record. 25 goals in all competitions this season. He has been incredible. He scored his debut goal against Wales in the last episode. He deserves to come. I've missed Charlie Austin out because he didn't do it for me in an English shirt. He scored so many goals in the Championship. Zach Clough was in the 30-man squad, had to get rid of certain players, and he went. He didn't have quite such a good end to the season. Afobe had a good season in the Championship, played awfully in his 1 chance for England. Now, if I continue this series after Euro 2016, there'll be other players that will get the chance. So if you're sad that perhaps your chosen player hasn't been picked, if you want me to continue after Euro 2016, I will be doing a vote at the end of Euro 2016 as to whether I continue to the World Cup. Possibly I could only maybe pick players that haven't played previous in this series. I don't know, that might be an option. It might make it even more impossible for me, and I won't be developing this squad quite the same. So this is the team that's taken on Mongolia in the first friendly. Tom Heaton, Byram, Michael Keane, Jake Cooper making his debut, Creswell, Dyer in defensive midfield. This is the first time Noble's not going to play. Westwood in a deep line playmaker role. You can see I've changed the formation here. I've dropped back the attacking midfielder because I don't think it's quite worked. So Ward-Prowse, he being my main deep line playmaker in that position. Dele Alli as a roaming playmaker. Ince as the inside forward today. Pritchard making his debut as a winger, and Ings up front by himself. Let's see what he can do against Mongolia. Mongolia 202nd in the world. Let's get on with this and win our first friendly, and then we're going to take on Israel and Spain. Ashley Westwood is captain today. I know in the last episode I said Mongolia had the biggest ever empire, and there was a bit of... someone argued that the British Empire was bigger. I think on paper or historically the British Empire is slightly larger than Mongolia at its peak. However, in terms of a continuous empire, in terms of the same land mass, Mongolia's is the biggest. The British Empire was spread out around the world, wasn't a continuous empire. Anyway, bit of history for you there. Moving on, let's see what we can do against Mongolia. Ranked 202nd in the world, we should be thrashing them, and even with perhaps a slightly weaker team than we'll be facing, then we'll be playing in the Euros, we should be winning. So I hope Danny Ings can score a few goals, and the reason why I'm playing Ings is to try and get him in form, try and get him scoring ahead of the Euros. So let's see what we can do. An early chance for us here. Creswell whips it in. It's knocked away. We'll see how my new tactic, new formation works as well. Danny Ings on the ball. All the way back to Aaron Creswell. What's he going to do here? Oh, he's beaten his man. Ince crosses it in. Ings, Pritchard scores on his debut after 2 minutes. Perhaps, I know it's against Mongolia, but perhaps my wildcard option of bringing him has worked. Great stuff. Overall, the team is pretty young, but I don't think there's any player under the age of 20. I think Dele Alli is the youngest at the age of 20. A lot of people asking about players like Solanke, and I think, is he Brown? There's a few Chelsea players that are under 19, and I've not tried them out simply because they've not played well at club level. At under 19 level, they're really doing very well for England. Danny Ings, can he make it 2? Hits the post, Pritchard offside. Another chance, Creswell into Ince. There's going to be a lot of chances in this game, I think. Or I hope anyway. Creswell back to Dele Alli. Back out wide to Creswell. Can he put a good cross in? He does. Pritchard gets his second. Wow. Wow. I must add, it is against Mongolia. No disrespect to Mongolia, but we should be thrashing this team. And the fact that Pritchard has scored 2 goals on his debut is great, but it is against a team ranked 202nd in the world. Great cross from Creswell though, that's encouraging. Another chance, 14 minutes in, can we make it 3? But here go Mongolia having some possession now. What are they going to do? Into Burbat. Oh, it's lobbed over the top. Oh, Heaton's come out nicely there, well done. Into Dele Alli. Bit of a nervous moment for us there. Ince skips past his man and should have scored. And it's a corner. Got Colin the line with me again today, by the way, helping me out. Pritchard crosses it in. Westwood heads wide. Goal kick from Mongolia. Cooper heads it on his England debut at the back. Keane does well there. Michael Keane scored on his first 2 games for England, remember. Alex Pritchard, great cross in. Danny Ings hits the post. It could easily be more than 2 goals. Throw in, Sam Byram back to Eric Dyer. Sam Byram on his second appearance for England. It's back to Dele Alli. That wide to Creswell. Can he put another cross in? It's a lovely cross in. Pritchard gets his hat-trick after 23 minutes. The player on it making his debut. Only one of 2 players in the squad that doesn't have an England cap. And he's having a phenomenal game. 3 goals are reasonably easy, I guess. But Creswell has been fantastic. 2 assists. Another fantastic cross from him. And Pritchard wasn't the easiest finish on the volley. Did his job though. Cooper into Dele Alli. Can we make it 4 now? Dele Alli into Westwood. Lovely ball out wide to Creswell. Creswell whips it in. Oh, Pritchard was waiting for that again. They've clued up to him there. Creswell has been incredible and almost scores. And Pritchard. Oh wow, he does get his 4th. He is on fire. Blimey. Those of you questioning me putting in Pritchard for not because he hasn't played yet in the series. Well, he scored 4 goals. Question is, can he do it against Israel and Spain in the next 2 games if I play him? 4-0. So, Pritchard, 4 goals in the first half. 9.9 performance from him. Aaron Creswell with 2 assists as well, 8.9. Let's keep it going. I'm going to leave Danny Ings on for a bit just because I really want him to score. I'm going to bring Tom Ince off for... let's bring on Jordan Ibe. And Westwood's going to come off for Ward-Prowse. Let's try him in that position for the first time. Sam Byram will come off for Trippier. Probably play Joel Ward in the next couple games, in the next 2 friendlies, and we'll leave it at that for now. Jordan Ibe, what a run out wide to Alex Pritchard. Can he create something this time? It's a bad mistake from the keeper, and Ibe gets his 3rd goal for England. The tap in. Keeper should have done better. Pritchard with a pretty bad cross, to be honest. Straight into the keeper's path. He palmed it into Ibe. Simple finish for him. 3 goals in 5 games for him. He's my top. Well, Pritchard's actually my top scorer for England. 4 goals in 1 half, becomes the top scorer in the series. Okay, I think it's time to make some more subs. I'm going to take off Michael Keane for Scott Dan, and Danny Rose is going to come on for Creswell. Creswell's had a fantastic game. Let's see what thing he can do. Danny Rose, that's his name. And lastly, I'm going to bring on Luke Still for Tom Heaton in goal. So I'm going to leave Danny Ings on for the rest of the match to see if he can get a goal. Another highlight then, Dele Alli into Ward-Prowse, trying to knock it over the top. Dele Alli this time, what's he going to do? Out wide to Pritchard. Crosses it in. Offside. Only 1 goal in this half so far. Dan comes in, good tackle. Ward-Prowse. Alex Pritchard, can he cross it in and create another chance? Back to Danny Rose. What's he going to do here? Into Dele Alli. Nice ball to... Oh, no, cut out. But Cooper clears that up nicely. He's done well. On his debut, he hasn't had much to do. He's got an 8.1 though, so obviously he's played well. Dyer into Trippier. Can we get a 6th here? Trippier, lovely ball. Ibe gets it. Second goal of the game for him. Becomes the joint top scorer alongside Pritchard for England in this series. 4th goal for him. Second on the day. Lovely cross from Trippier. That's what I was talking about at the start of the episode. His crossing ability is brilliant. And Ibe taps home. Another tap in for him. Danny Ings is on an 8.3. But hasn't managed to score. Ward-Prowse, Pritchard. Perhaps this time Ibe gets his hat-trick. Pritchard with the assist, I think. Lovely stuff. Jordan Ibe working well as the inside forward today. Good ball from Pritchard and Ibe. That is a fantastic volley. I think it came off the defender, actually. Deflection, but it's counted as his goal. And Alex Pritchard's up to a 10.0 with 4 goals and 2 assists. Can we get one more before the end of this game? Or Mongolia going to get a consolation goal, which... Nope, it's 7-0. There we go. 29 shots to their 1. Dominant. 50-50 possession, though, interestingly. This tactic isn't about possession by the looks of it, what I've created. But Alex Pritchard, obviously man of the match. 10.0 performance from him. Great stuff from the team, but that's what I would expect. I wonder if anyone has ever scored 4 goals on their England debut. Maybe in like 1897. But if anyone knows, let me know. But that is surely the best debut ever. 4 goals and 2 assists on his England debut. Some of you are probably interested in the English leagues just to see how they've got on this season. So Chelsea won the league with 95 points. That is a crazy amount. Norwich, Sunderland and Stoke went down. Man City, Man United and Arsenal, the other teams getting the Champions League places. Aguero top scorer, as I said, Callum Wilson second though. Kevin De Bruyne a top average rating. And Matic most assists with Hazard next. I'm just going to skip down the divisions quickly because it is relevant because of the fact I'm managing England. Cardiff, QPR and Blackburn went up. Wednesday, Preston and Brighton went down. Jordan Rhodes top scorer. Benik Afobe had a good season like I said, but did drop off towards the end of the season. And he didn't play very well in his one game. And there was only 3 positions available. I had to go for the 3 that I did choose in the end. Wigan, Millwall and Burton going up from League 1. Crewe, Fleetwood, Blackpool and Gillingham going down. And League 2, Plymouth, Oxford, Portsmouth and Yeovil going up. Crawley and Barnet going down. Wimbledon. Now you're probably wondering what happens to Akinfenwa because I did select him for the San Marino game. He scored. Some of you wanted me to take him to the Euros. The fact is he would have taken up a space. And I couldn't really afford to do that. If he may have got into the 30-man squad if I knew that I'd be able to play him against Mongolia, but unfortunately I had to pick the 23-man squad before the friendlies, which is a bit irritating. I've been getting so many job interviews from League 1 and League and Championship sides, particularly Championship sides like Sheffield Wednesday, obviously rejecting them all. This is just an England series. So these are the friendlies going on today. Only 2 days after the Mongolia game, by the way, this one. But I wanted to play 3 friendlies before the Euros to keep them fresh and try out different players. I'm going to play Wes Foderingham for his 3rd cap. He will probably be the main goalkeeper, unless crazy mistakes happen and he doesn't play very well. Joel Ward's going to play today. Mark Noble's going to come back into the team. He's going to play Israel and Spain, probably. I'm going to play Danny Rose and... I'm going to play, Scott Dan and Michael Keane at the back today. Scott Dan and Dyer will probably be the main centre-back partnership. Ward-Prowse is going to play. Dele Alli will play again. I don't have a huge number of central midfielders, if I'm honest. That is a little bit of a worry. Antonio is going to play, and Ibe will play as well. Lots of choice in the defensive positions, especially right back. But I've got a versatile team generally. And lastly, striker position. Who am I going to play? Troy Deeney today, I think. Callum Wilson can start against Spain. I don't know who's going to be my main man. Ings played well in the last game, average rating wise, but didn't seem to do much. But at the same time, he didn't score a goal against Mongolia. It was all about the wingers and the inside forward when Ibe came off the bench. So this will be a tougher game. Israel did actually qualify for Euro 2016, by the way. So this is a good warm-up game against Israel, and then Spain. That's going to be the tougher one. We'll probably lose against Spain, let's be honest, with the team I have. I don't know where I'm going to finish in the Euros. maybe in the comment section below, let me know how you think. Predict how I will do in Euro 2016. Let me know in the comment section below. So we're on the attack straight away. Joel Ward whips it into Antonio, and we've won a corner early on in this game, which Ward-Prowse will take. Whips it in, headed away to Ibe. Antonio, can we get it in the back of the net? No, we can't. Okay, a free kick to Israel, and Foderingham very confident there. Good catch. Bashed up the pitch to Troy Deeney, heads it on. He should have headed it out wide to Antonio there. Here goes Antonio. Can't get hold of the ball at the moment. And here goes Israel. Uh-oh, looking dangerous. Oh, still going, and it's wide. Over. Antonio's picked up a little knock. That could be annoying. I don't know if I'm allowed to make replacements at this stage. I think I can, as long as the tournament hasn't started. I'm going to bring on... I'm going to bring Alex Pritchard on again, actually. Let's give him another shot, see how he does against stronger opposition. I did have quite a few central midfielders in the team, in the 30-man squad, by the way, but I had to remove some of them. Chris Cohen, I think I put in again for the 30-man squad, and Ben Osborne, Nottingham Forest player, who had a very good season. Ibe, back to Danny Rose. Uh-oh, this is a chance for Israel, I think. Uh-oh, looking dangerous, but Ward-Prowse clears to Alex Pritchard. What's he going to do here? Into Deeney. Good ball, Deeney. Charging force. What is that first touch? Or just touch in general, awful. Ward-Prowse. Ibe. Jordan Ibe. Still going. Oh, he's hit it wide. Pretty awful attempt there. Uh-oh, here go Israel again on the counter-attack. Joel Ward can't get in there. Israel, just wide. Half time, it's 0-0. A much more difficult challenge today. But they're not playing particularly well. 3 yellow cards as well. Deeney's not doing it up front, unfortunately. I meant to put Dele Alli in the Roman playmaker role. That's something that may have affected the players, I don't know. I'm going to make a change up front then. I'm going to bring on Callum Wilson. Where is he? There he is. For Troy Deeney, he's just not done anything up front, unfortunately. I'm going to stick with that. Jordan Ibe on the left, I think. And I'm going to bring off Danny Rose and bring on Creswell. Long punt from Foderingham up to Wilson. They're back on the ball again. We just keep giving away possession. I can't keep hold of it. Uh-oh, here they go. Looking dangerous. Uh-oh. Good save, Foderingham. Very good save, but they're still on the ball. Looking dangerous still. Oh no. Are they going to get a meaningful shot away here? Oh, it's a corner. Uh-oh. Oh, we've cleared. We really haven't been... We've been second best today. They've had 3 clear-cut chances. Dele Alli is tired. I'm going to bring on Ashley Westwood. He's going to play as a deep-line playmaker. Ward-Prowse will move as to an advanced playmaker. What else do I do? Jordan Ibe's going to come off for Tom Ince. And we'll save the last sub for a bit later. Ward into Pritchard. Ward-Prowse through to Callum Wilson. Can we get a goal here against the run of play? Callum Wilson still going, still on the ball. Through to Pritchard. He scores again! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 5th goal in 2 games for him. Good. 5 goals in 2 games on his England debut. And it's a great finish, this one. This is probably his best goal, actually. Okay, can we get a second? Noble with the free kick. Whipped in, but they're going to counter here. Uh-oh. Get in there, guys. Get back. Oh, who was that? Creswell, well done. Foderingham. Maybe I should keep possession now. Noble can't win that header. Uh-oh, here go Israel. And it's a goal. It's 1-1. That's frustrating. They deserve it. They deserve a goal. Let's be honest. Michael Keane just didn't have the pace there. And he tried to tackle, but couldn't get to the striker, and it's past Foderingham. Doesn't exactly bode well for the Euros, drawing against Israel. Ward into Dyer. Noble over the top. Can Callum Wilson get on the end of that? No. But surely we can win this. We don't, but Creswell mops up. Lovely ball. Well, actually it was a bit of an adventurous ball. And they're in possession again. Are they going to actually win this game? Oh no, they've beaten the back line again, and that is a great goal. That is a good goal. Punished me for pushing up the back line. Keane he's on a 4.5. Blimey, he's been good for me so far for England, but today, awful. And it's not worked, unfortunately. I'm going to go overload. We're going to go route 1 up to Callum Wilson. But it looks like we're going to lose this. We've lost. It's only a friendly, but it is an important friendly before Euro 2016 to just analyse my performance. But dreadful second half from us, especially. Michael Keane basically the two mistakes were his fault. Will he get a chance in the Euros now after that? I don't know. Maybe I should have brought my man James Tompkins along. Didn't have a great season for West Ham though. Didn't play a huge amount of first team football. I would have loved to have brought him along, but unfortunately it wasn't right to bring him along after the season he had. There's a lot of Tottenham players in here, and as a West Ham fan that's quite strange I guess, but Eric Dyer has been phenomenal. Trippier and Rose deserve to be in the team. They're good fullbacks, and Dele Alli has been good, and Pritchard. They've all been players that haven't played a huge number of games for Spurs this season, but they are quality players that, and obviously Pritchard 5 goals in 2 games, been magnificent. Just had a little team meeting after the Israel defeat and given them a bit of a boost, so that's good. So it's the last game of the episode. Please hit the like button if you haven't done so already, that'd be much appreciated, and Colin would be very happy if you do that. We're taking on Spain then, massive game before the Euros. This is the team I'm going with. Sticking with Foderingham in goal. Unfortunately conceded 2 goals in that last game. Couldn't do much about them though. So I'm thinking of him being as the main man. If not, maybe Heaton. Even Luke still has a chance, I guess. Joel Ward's going to play... Actually, I was going to play... Yeah, I'll stick with Joel Ward at right. But this is the team I think could face Denmark in the first Euro game. So Ward, Dyer, Dan, Creswell at the back. Noble in defence midfield. Ward-Prowse as a deep line playmaker. Dele Alli, Roman playmaker. Pritchard... How can I ignore him? He's playing on the right wing. Iber's the inside forward and Danny Ings up front. I'm not playing Antonio today because he did get injured. He's only just come back. He got 2-day injury with a gashed leg. Callum Wilson's tired, as is Tom Ince and Michael Keane, so they won't be playing today either. And let's get on with this then. As you would expect, Spain are the obvious favourites for this. Playing a similar formation to us though, but 2 defensive midfielders. Not playing Iniesta, interestingly, which is a bit of a boost. I might change the tactics slightly before the game. I'm going to give the team a boost here. We're going to go counter. They've got possession. Maybe just standard. Standard, I think. Standard flexible. This the most boring you can possibly do. We're going to have a normal defensive line. Let's go with this. Let's just change it a bit. Going to go fairly... Yeah, we'll stick it with fairly wide. Okay. Wish me luck, guys. Okay, Spain, right at the start of this game. Not an early goal, please. Oh, no. This could be a thrashing if they get an early goal. Dave. Oh, good. Okay, we're on the ball. Danny Ings out wide to Alex Pritchard. Nice ball through. Ings using his pace. Can he score? It's well over. That was a chance. We appear to be cancelling each other out, which is actually encouraging. That we're holding Spain 0-0 at half time. No highlights, it's boring. But at the same time, it is encouraging that we're managing to hold them. Jordan Ives not having a good game. I'm going to bring on Tom Ince again. Danny Ings isn't playing that well up front and missed that one chance that we've had. Midfielders are tired. Let's bring on Ashley Westwood. We'll bring him on for Ward-Prowse, I think. But we'll leave it at... Oh, Creswell's not playing well at left-back after his stupendous performance against Mongolia. He's dropped off. Can we get a chance early on in this game? Dele Alli skips past his man easily. Out wide to Alex Pritchard. I can sense this going to be an end of a highlight very soon. Or a Spanish highlight as they attack here. Uh-oh, David Silva. Through to Morata. And he scores right at the start of the second half. Colin. Do something about this, please. This is disappointing. Morata got past the last man and put it past Foderingham. Got a highlight straight away from kickoff. Not 2, straight away, please. They've obviously come out with a bit more impetus in the second half. Oh, David Silva's through. Silva, Foderingham saves, thankfully. Oh, we've won a throw-in. Joel Ward into Danny Ings. Penalty! Mark Noble, please do this for me. Please. Captain. 18 on penalties. Up he steps. Scores calmly. Oh, lovely. 1-1. Let's see this. He sent the keeper the wrong way. Saw the keeper moving slightly and then just calmly placed it in. Time to make some more subs, I think. I'm going to bring off Danny Ings. I'm going to put on Troy Deeney, but he's going to play as a defensive forward. Let's see how that works. Pritchard's not having a good game today, but I'm going to leave him on for the time being. Dele Alli is knackered, so I am going to take him off, and Dyer is going to move into defensive midfield. Bit of shuffling around here. Jake Cooper's going to come off the bench for his second cap. Okay, a throw-in. Creswell headed away, back to Noble. Can we pull off a shock victory here? Cooper over the top for Deeney, but they're on the counter here. Uh-oh. Morata, who did so well for me as Arsenal manager. Oh, going to make our last subs then. I'm going to take off Pritchard. I'm going to bring on Byram, and he's going to play as a winger, support. And last sub then. Noble is very tired, as is Scott Dan. But there's not really anyone else that can play there in central midfield. I should have thought about this. I should have brought another central midfielder, I think. I think he's going to have to stay on, to be honest. I'm going to bring on Tom Heaton for Foderingham, actually, in goal. Uh-oh, free kick. Deeney clears as the defensive forward to get him back, but they're on the attack again. David Silva, good save, Foderingham. Last action for him of the game. Corner to Spain. Isco heads it in, good header away by Sam Byram, who's just come off the bench. Isco again. Dyer clears. Good defending, but they're still on the attack. That's the end. Phew. Last chance of the game, and it's headed away, and we've somehow got a draw against Spain. They've had much more possession and shots, I think. I'm not sure about possession, actually. They had 15 shots. Really good draw against one of the favourites to win the competition. So I'm very pleased with that. Very disappointing loss against Israel, but a very good draw today against Spain. 58% possession for Spain. It could have been a lot worse for me, to be fair. So we go into the Euros having won a game, lost a game and drawn a game. Our first game is against Denmark. So we've got Denmark, Serbia and Italy. That will be the next episode. I'm going to play through the group. Episode 7 will be the group stage. Please hit the like button for this video. It was great to see Pritchard get off the mark in style for England. Let's see if he can do it in the actual Euros, and other players that have played well for me. Let's hope they can perform well. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know where you think I will finish in Euro 2016. Can I get out the group? Can I go on to the final? Probably not. But wish me luck anyway, and let me know what you think or how you think I will do. Thanks for watching. I will see you in episode 7, and you'll see Colin too in episode 7.